Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to podcast 3, part 2, because of crappy audio. Yeah, and I'm here.
Hey,
Well, I'm here with Meta Terminator, just him, because we'll basically only be talking about Halo 5 Guardians, because Jay and G Shadow don't really care about the Halo universe as much as we do. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. What do you think about the name?
I don't like the subtitle Guardians as much. I don't know. It's different for Halo to have a subtitle to me.
Yeah.
I would prefer just plain old Halo 5, and also Guardians kind of seems because I don't know. Destiny's main characters are named Guardians.
Well, yeah, this also now ties into the "you've been killed by the Guardian" speech or death scene that everyone's been. Well, you always hear, it's especially in Forge mode.
Yeah. Oh man, if we get to fight the Invisible Guardians that constantly kill me for going out of the map in Forge mode, this is going to be the greatest Halo game of all time. I want to kill those motherfuckers. Their stupid death countdown.
Yep.
It's totally.
All right.
So,
That's pretty much that. And now let's talk about gameplay. Well, the cover. All right. We know it's not. Okay, we know Chief, but we know it's not Cortana, and we know it's not Palmer. I mean,
no, it's not Paul.
well, I'm just curious to see now who
Um,
is it a
Like-
villain
like
or an
offhand.
ally? What do you think? Do you think it's a villain or an ally?
I don't know because he looks kind of menacing. They came out and said it's a he, and that it's also a brand new character to the Halo universe, which it rules out like any of the characters from the books, which I would still love to see actually intersect with the games,
Yeah.
but it rules them out. I honestly have no idea. If you zoom in on the picture, because they like with the better quality version of the picture, because the one I looked at initially is really terrible. You can clearly see an O&I emblem on
Yep.
his chest plate.
Yep.
And the O&I can either be good or bad, depending, but more recently they've been more of a malevolent force in the Halo universe, especially in the books, than they have been like a group of people that actually help the universe along. They've more just been like, let's take all this technology for ourselves, let's pit the Covenant against each other, let's do all this different stuff, which is good and bad.
Well, yeah, and also it comes down again. Even in the original Halo 5 trailer, you see Chief wearing a poncho or cloak or whatever you want to call it. So is he wearing that cloak just because it was sand, or he doesn't want to be seen?
Frank O'Connor came out and said he's hiding from something. He's trying to hide his appearance from something or somebody, but he said that that's left to be revealed when the game comes out.
Well, that leads me more towards the idea of he hates the UNSC now for basically wanting to kill Cortana. Just get her out because of all her being corrupted and whatnot.
I don't know, because I wouldn't think just one screaming match with Del Rio about midway through Halo 4 would make him hate the UNSC, because he seems to be okay with Lasky and everybody else, as much as some of us aren't okay with everybody else.
I mean, if you beat the game on Legendary, I imagine most people, if you've bought Halo 4 now, you probably have seen the Legendary ending or beat it for yourself. He kind of looks angry at everyone.
Well, yeah, but he's like, if you think about it, he's just kind of been angry, because all he's known is war. Now, the one person he truly had a person, or I will say person, Cortana's more of a person in the universe. The one person, or in this case AI, that he's actually had a personal connection with is now dead. Halsey's God knows where. He has nobody. He is alone.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see where Chief's psyche goes
on
that front.
And that could be more, I guess. I mean, you remember in Halo 3 when you got stopped, and these were one of my most hated moments in Halo 3, when your mind, you hear Cortana or you hear the Flood, and those were some of the most annoying moments in Halo 3 for me. So I'm guessing you would probably see a lot more of those in Halo 5 now, because I think it's going to be a lot in his mind. You're gonna dive a lot more into John's mind. So, and then also 343 has come out and said this is going to be the most competitive Halo. This is going to be really, really, really good or bad. I mean, is it going to be the most competitive Halo? I don't know, because I have not seen the most competitive Halo since 3 or 2, depending on where you look at it.
Yeah. I honestly don't know. I have always thought Halo stayed a pretty competitive game. It just is dumb to me that's not on the MLG circuit anymore. I know Reach was, and I think up until like last year was still on the circuit. But I think Halo 4 should have been. I think it was a very fair multiplayer.
Microsoft had like its little own tournament that they broadcast on the live event player or something.
Yeah, the Global Championship.
Yeah, and I mean that was fun to watch, but
yeah, but it wasn't like hardcore game tournament. It was like, here's a community tournament. Let's see who's the best of the community that competed, because maybe some of the best didn't compete.
Yeah.
But it was a cool tournament to watch, and it was really, really like freaking tense down there at the end. But it's not being on the MLG circuit.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have said Halo 4 is like unfair in the multiplayer, and I don't see that at all.
Well, I do get the point of BRs. I mean, it's the BR is the best gun, no doubt.
Like the most recent updates.
Yeah, but the BR
recent matchmaking updates have just ruined the game.
Yeah. I still play it, but the BR is easily the most broken gun it has ever been. That's the most broken starting weapon I have ever seen in a long time in the Halo world.
Oh yeah, that's it's the Halo 1 pistol all over again, just with one more shot. Because 3 shots, or I'd say probably 3 to 4 shots to the head, depending on your shield strength, is gonna kill you.
Yeah, and sometimes because of the 3-round burst, you'll even get. Your shields could be like, I guess, maybe 3/4 of the way down, and that third bullet's gonna kill you just because of its 3 or 4 round burst. So
yeah,
and I've had that happen to me a lot.
Like because back when Halo 4 launched, everyone complained about the DMR. I almost missed the DMR. The DMR, you could balance it out better and fight how overpowered the DMR was better than you can fight how overpowered the BR is.
Yeah, it's just like I said. All you need to do is tone down the damage and increase the range. Have the range of a sniper, but not the damage, of course. Do it.
Oh, frick, yeah.
Yeah, just up the range and lower that, and then make the assault rifle more close range, make the battle rifle medium range, and not 3-4 shot kills.
I'd almost say, I like, I mean, I use the AR primarily. That's like my primary gun. Going into most matches, unless I'm like on Valhalla or something, I will take an assault rifle at the beginning.
Yeah, my standard loadout is assault rifle with bolt shot, just because I still love that thing. That thing got
bolt shot.
The bolt shot is
was
bull.
OP initially, but they made it better.
Yeah.
Because like initially it was like the range. I like the charge shot at point blank should be an instant kill. That makes sense. That's what makes the gun unique. But the fact that it was getting instant kills at super BS ranges,
it was getting
to be fixed.
It was going to the range of a shotgun. It was like you're starting out with a shotgun almost.
Yeah, and that's turning it into COD or some other game where you can start with power weapons, and that's no good.
Yeah.
That's why that's why it's Halo and it's different.
Yeah, I mean, Halo 5, and also, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Do you think the collection's real? 1, 2, 3, and 4 all together?
No. I think 2 will probably happen because 2's anniversary is coming up here pretty quick in September.
Yeah, it comes out, it's 10 years, so it would make sense because that's when Halo 1 got its anniversary, so...
Yeah, but Halo 3 was just free on the Xbox 360. I mean, and then Halo 4 is only, 2 years old now? Has it really been that long?
Yeah, 2 years.
It's because it's 2014.
Yep.
So yeah, it's getting close to 2 years. I wouldn't think they'd re-release it that quickly. I think it'd be dumb to do that.
And it's dumb from a business standpoint, because if you have Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4, the campaigns altogether alone are $60 worth. But if you had multiplayer for each of those games, you're
losing money.
You've lost money, like probably $100 for every disc you sell.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to know the install.
Considering how much game.
And I don't the install.
And I don't see why they would do that either, because it's like if you bought an Xbox One, you probably owned an Xbox 360 at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know anybody who, like, my first console's an Xbox One.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. I went from 360.
And yeah, no one buys it. Like, I'm gonna use the TV for it. Yay!
God no.
I mean,
love the Xbox One, but God no.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a cool feature, but it's not a console seller. But anyway, I think that I think Master Chief will be. I think he's going rogue. He's fighting this mysterious character, and I may be looking for Obiter to help with Forerunner, to help maybe find the Forerunner technology to get Cortana back. I'm not even sure. I mean,
I don't know if the game's even going to be about getting Cortana back. I'd say it'd be more of a. I want more Halsey. I'd like to see more Catherine Halsey because she was pretty awesome in Spartanauts. She's been really awesome in the books, and they haven't really done much justice to her character because, like in the Kilo 5 trilogy, which is Glasslands, the Thursday War, and then Mortal Dictata, everyone hates Halsey.
Yep.
Which is really weird. It's like they're just irrationally hating on Halsey, and Halsey's a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see more of her because she's hanging out with the Storm faction, who are basically the New Covenant.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Very interesting dynamic.
The one thing is that Halo 4 set up so many plot points for Halo 5. You honestly don't know what Halo 4 set up plot points for Halo 5 that you don't know because you want to know what Halsey's up to. You want to know what happens to Cortana. You want to know what happens to Chief.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if you could do all that in the 2 more games you have. I think you could do the Cortana storyline and Halsey's in this game because I imagine he might be looking for Halsey to maybe fix
bring Cortana back.
Yeah. And maybe
Cortana, Cortana makes a line at the end of Halo 4, which is when she's talking to Chief, but like right near the end, basically her death. She's like, most of me's down there, and that thinks to me that there's still some Cortana left. So he may be able to find Halsey and piece Cortana back together. He has the chip in Halo 5 trailer.
Yeah.
But it's broken.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the crystal center, that's where it keeps all the data for Cortana or whatever other AI is in there, and then there's a metal chain through it.
Yeah. Where did he store that, by the way? How does he just carry that thing?
I guess. Maybe he just, like, wears it around his neck. I would think he would keep it in his neural interface.
Maybe.
Where he, like, just kept Cortana normally, but maybe it's like a...
Maybe...
like a sentimental thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, so I don't know. You got a new character introduced. I'm pumped for it. And another thing, maybe you run into Obiter. I hope to God you run into Obiter. He's my second favorite Halo character. I love the Obiter.
Arbiter's pretty awesome.
Yep. And even if you don't get the Obiter, it's either A, this is going to be a split game like Halo 2, or I don't know.
Yeah, it probably is going to be... I don't know. I'd like to... Like, Halo 2 was kind of surprising. The split game thing kind of worked, but I felt like there was more story progression on Arbiter's side than there ever was on Chief's side.
Yeah, I think it was more of introducing a new character. I think Halo 2, for the multi it had, I think it's in the campaign, it was more of a setup to try to get everyone for Halo 3, because you're like, now these guys are going to work together. I mean, it's interesting beyond belief. 343 has not even released that much information on this game besides it's coming out in 2015, and else, I mean, it's going to be a competitive multi, and God knows, I mean, I'm just so torn between, is this a villain or a helper of some kind? So, maybe the UNSC is running experiments for this new character. I don't know. Trying to find Chief to kill him because they don't want Cortana back and all this other stuff that is beyond help. I really don't know, really. It's interesting for sure. It is very, very interesting. I want to say this game is definitely going to be its big point. I mean, we've had connection issues. I imagine you guys can tell because I've been rambling here for...
Okay, then.
Yep, you gotta love those connection issues, people. That's what happens on the podcast.
Oh, lag.
Yep, gotta love that lag.
Pretty much.
So anyway, I was telling him, basically your final thoughts on Halo 5 Guardians. Do you,
I'm hyped. I want to see it. It's gonna be cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know because they haven't talked about it very much, so I don't know what the new mechanics are gonna be.
I'm interested to
there's
see the
definitely gonna be
multi
new
well.
stuff.
I really am looking forward to see this multi, if it's going to be as competitive as they say it is.
That would be nice. I want dedicated servers so much. That's like the greatest thing. That'll reduce a lot of lag issues as long as they're not hosted by EA. That's great. It's the only servers I have freaking problems. Like no, like I'll go play. You know, like I can't play Battlefield or Titanfall or all these awesome games just because the dedicated servers are some issue. So I really hope I don't have that same issue with Halo because I want to play it.
Oh, that's
It's gonna
going to
be awesome.
suck.
I barely have any lag, so
Ooh.
I'm playing Halo right now.
Uh,
I'm playing Halo and talking about Halo. It works out.
yeah. You guys can go ahead and leave down in your comments. Do you think this new character is a villain or a helper to Chief of some kind? Leave down your thoughts in the description. I think I'm leaning towards the villain.
Yeah.
Because maybe the Diadac or maybe the Diadac. I don't. Maybe the Diadac comes back.
He's not the Diadact.
No, it's not the Diadac, but the Diadac could be the villain, and he'd be the helper to Chief, second in command. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to see him as almost like a pursuer kind of character.
Yeah, and then you
like
play
just silently screwing stuff up at really inopportune times.
Yeah, I could really dig that.
That would be pretty cool.
This campaign and this game this could be a console seller. I mean, 343, this is your chance to really say we can do as good of a job as Bungie if you give us the chance, and they've given the time this time because Microsoft is not saying, yeah, you guys are going to have to make this game quick. They're saying
No, they're